a university is a great university, and universities are where ideas are born.
The University of Wisconsin does an incredible job at being able to help students in the academic world.
I think our culture is in need of answers to big questions.
Questions about difficult subjects that sometimes people are kind of uncomfortable talking about.
And we need to do that in a way that honors and models civility, even when there's differences of opinion.
Whether it's racial differences, whether it's religious differences, ethnic differences.
I think allowing people of different faiths, different perspectives on religion or spirituality to come to a safe place.
A space of true tolerance.
A safe place where people could really wrestle with the deepest issues that we face in life.
A space to listen to each other deeply and fully.
Realizing that none of us has a monopoly on the truth.
Where people can come in and ask questions, and therefore their lives would be transformed for the future.
And so the idea of being able to give back and have a presence in the center of this world-class institution of higher learning is awesome.
I've been hearing about Steve's vision for what eventually became Upper House for over 10 or 15 years now.
The team of Stephen Laurel Brown, it's kind of amazing that they are together. They are the perfect team.
In addition to being Steve's partner in executing the vision and making Upper House itself a reality, Laurel was literally and figuratively the architect of the space.
It was an incredible joy and incredibly fun to design a space that just will exemplify the world-class kinds of things we want to have going on.
Upper House is a space that you have to see to believe. You have to experience it. The feeling that you get when you go in there, the warmth of it, the possibilities of it.
This is a very special place. And if you look around here, you'll see colors, shapes, forms, spaces that are perfectly put together for a multitude of uses. And I happen to be married to the woman who did it, and she's just awesome.
Thanks.
Upper House is one of the coolest spots on campus right now. The Browns, they nailed it when it came to creating an environment students would want to hang out in.
This space is really neat, I think, and really unique. It's modern, it is colorful. You come in and you just feel at home.
Every college student who walks through the doors, and as they walk in, their eyes get huge. Their mouth hits the floor and they go, "What is this?"
And I walk in the door and go, wow, this is an amazing place.
Whether you're at a table or sitting over on just a bunch of pillows, or whether you're in a booth, there's so many different opportunities for different kinds of conversation. It's great.
The potential that this space has to just invite people in, no matter where they are in their journey, to come into this space and to get to know something greater than themselves, that's what excites me the most.
It's fantastic to have a venue on campus that creates an environment that's friendly to people exploring faith in their own way, and the space that's there is fantastic.
Every day there are important conversations taking place that will lead to really big things on this campus and in this city.
You can have all these great dreams, but if you don't have space that students really want to come to, it's going to be difficult to get them through the doors. But what says you're welcome and we want you here more than a space that students would want to hang out in the first place? So yeah, they nailed it. Yeah.
People who are coming here for a lecture or for a discussion group or just for a personal time to study or get away from campus, this is a beautiful space.
I think the location here is prime. It's right on a really big hot spot for students.
No one doesn't walk past here during their day. Everyone walks by here.
A game-changing way to interact with students, just because the location.
And it's ideally placed, right opposite the Chazen Museum of Art, and you've got the theatre across the way from the mall, and you've got the School of Music catty-corner to that. It's right in the heart of the art district of Madison, really.
This is the center of campus. East Campus Mall connects the Cole Center and the south part of campus up to the lake and the Memorial Union, which is, can't get better than that.
It's the most densely populated area in Madison, Wisconsin, with the vast majority of them being students who aren't just going to stay here in Madison. They are headed to every corner of the globe, and they're going to be the game changers. They are going to be the ones who are making policy and creating future and figuring out the way this world looks.
This is a place where deep learning can take place, where undergraduate students can come together with graduate students, can come together with faculty, can interact with marketplace professionals. All of those people can be in the same context, learning and growing together.
Upper House is a great resource for freshmen who are coming on campus and really trying to find their way.
They're leaving the security of home and going into this independent world where I have to make decisions, and the decisions I make are life-changing.
They're headed into, literally, in my opinion, the crossroads of life.
I think back to my freshman year when I was completely lost and I didn't know what I wanted, and I was living in celery and partying every night.
They're at a time in their lives that, there's a lot of questions going on.
What do they want to carry out into the world?
What do I want to do for the rest of my life?
How do they want to impact their family and their community?
Trying to figure out not what do my parents believe, not what did my community believe, but now what is it that I believe and what do I want my life to stand for? And that can be a very liberating time for freshmen, but it can be a very, very scary time for them as well.
Freshman year is a year full of new experiences that are good and bad, and I think that Upper House can kind of be a safe place.
The one thing Upper House is going to be able to do is I think they're going to be able to change lives.
And I think about if this space had been here, how different my freshman year could have been.
As they spend more time and get more involved, they've got tools that are going to equip them to deal with life as they leave campus and go out into the real world.
That's a powerful, powerful type of opportunity for students to have something like that right in the middle of this place.
Let's face it, everybody's on a different walk, and particularly in their religious backgrounds, where they've come from. We want to engage people from all different aspects.
I think Upper House has the opportunity to serve everyone on campus. I think it's going to feel comfortable to those who come with faith commitments, but I also think it's a really warm and inviting place for exploration.
If I had one hope for the Upper House in the future to be, it would be a place of dialogue and openness and embracing people and who they are, and creating opportunity for discussion.
To talk about the big ideas raised by the tremendous academic enterprise of the university, but in a safe space.
Not a place where there's necessarily a religious agenda that's being pursued.
A space where they can let their hair down.
To say things that maybe we don't feel entirely confident saying in classrooms.
To address the issues that people care about.
No matter who you are, you can reach out to people and have new conversations.
If I had one thing to say to people who walk through the front door, I think it would be, come on in, we have somebody we'd like you to meet.
I want everyone to feel welcome in this place. I hope that everybody who walks through the doors feels like, wow, that was a great experience. I was really challenged. I learned a lot, and they made me feel at home.
Religion is something that's just not talked about. It's marginalized. You're looked down on just for expressing faith. It's okay to have it, but just don't bring it into the public sphere. And I think it would be a wonderful and beautiful thing if Upper House could be a true partner in trying to change that atmosphere on campus.
The Upper House concept allows for the differences in perspectives on religion to not be a barrier.
Upper House is that space of letting our guards down and engaging with difficult questions. Because if we don't, well, who will?
It's not to try to create an environment where everybody is exactly the same, where everybody believes and thinks exactly the same, but it's where people can come together and disagree and still love each other deeply.
The Upper House it's a new beginning. It's something that we haven't seen for most of us in our lifetime. And I'm excited by that.
We want all the questions that any student, faculty member, staff at the University of Wisconsin have, any question they have about faith, bring it on.
No matter what denomination you are, no matter what color you are, no matter what economic level you are, It's about how we want to relate to each other better and how we want to live our lives better. So it's extremely inclusive.
We have an incredible opportunity to be a shining light to the world, to really model generosity and civility in disagreement, and to wrestle deeply with issues and to solve some of the biggest questions and problems that our culture faces.
My hope is that the Upper House could become a model that's worth following for other people around the country. As they see what we're up to and how we're doing what we're doing, my hope is that other people will look at it and say, we could do that.
Movements are something that change hearts and change lives. They're things that change culture and that push the boundaries in a loving, caring way. And I sure think Upper House has the possibility of being that type of a place.
A gift of love from Laurel and Steve is the best way to describe Upper House.
Nobody but Stephen Laurel Brown could have created Upper House.
Upper House is a gift of love from Stephen Laurel Brown to the community.
So what is Upper House? It's a gift of faith, it's a gift of love, it's a gift of hope, that it will help to change lives and make this university, this city, this campus community, and the world a better place.